Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will learn how to capture console logs using Selenium. Many times when you're testing your application, you get an exception as soon as you open a one particular web page. And then you open the console to check what's the exception, which API got failed, and what's the error message which is getting displayed in the console logs. And sometimes the developers also log the informational content in the console logs so that we can see and we can check that everything is working as expected or not. So until now, we used to do all these things manually, but not anymore because now we can do all these things using automation. We can now capture the console logs using DevTools provided by the Selenium 4.0. We can capture the console logs and then we can put the asserts on it, or we can just monitor whatever is actually getting displayed in the console logs. Now let's get into it and see how we can actually do it. As it is possible in Selenium 4, let's first update the Selenium jar in the pom.xml. So here I'm updating the Selenium version to 4.0.0-alpha-7. So this is currently the most updated Selenium version. Now let's go to the utils folder and make a new class. I'm naming the class as capture console logs. Now inside this class, we will be declaring DevTools. And now we will be making a method capture logs. And this method will take two parameters. First parameter will be the WebDriver driver and the other one will be the browser name. So depending on the browser name, we will be initializing the value into the DevTools. So let's say if browser name dot equals ignore case Chrome, we will be setting up the value for DevTools. Else if browser name dot equals ignore case Firefox. Similarly for Edge. Now inside this, we will be putting the value into the DevTools. We will be writing DevTools equal to driver dot get DevTools. So as you can see, it is currently throwing an error. This is because DevTools is supported by the Chromium based drivers, and currently our driver is of the type WebDriver type. So what we need to do, we need to cast this particular driver. For that, we will be writing Chrome driver here, and then we will be putting another set of brackets. And now you can see that the error is gone because now our driver is of the type Chrome driver. So similarly, we will be doing it for Firefox and for Edge. So here you can see if I write Firefox, then you can see that the error is again here because currently the DevTools is supported by the Chromium based driver, which is Chrome as well as Edge. So currently DevTools is not supported by the Firefox driver. So I am removing this line of code and we cannot really do anything for the Firefox here. So if I write Edge driver here, you will be see that there is no error because it is supported here. Now we will be making a session. For that we will be writing devtools.create session. After creating the session, we need to enable the logging. For that we need to write devtools.send. Inside the command we need to write log.enable. So now it will enable the logging part. And now we need to add the listener. For that we will be writing devtools.addListener, and then we will be writing log.entryAdded, comma, log entry, and inside this we will be basically printing the logs. So that will be, this will be log text, then log entry dot get text, and then we will be adding another print statement which will be printing the level, that if it's an info type, if it's a warning, if it's an error, so that will be log level, and then it should be get level. So yeah, that's it. Our method is now ready. We just need to call it in a base test. Let's go to the base test. So here inside the before method, you can see I'm setting up the driver, and this setting up of driver is basically based on the browser name which I'm getting from the testng file. So if we look into this particular method, we can see that if the browser is Chrome, I'm setting up the Chrome driver. If it's Firefox, I'm setting up the Gecko driver. The default case is reserved for Chrome. And if you are using Edge, then you can add another condition here to set up the Edge driver. Let's go back to the before method. Now here I will be making an object of the class that we have just made. So that will be capture console logs. And now I will be calling that particular method after I have set up the driver. So here I am calling that particular method, and inside the method I will be sending get driver, which will be basically sending the driver into the particular method along with the browser name. So it will be basically opening that particular browser, and it will be going to the URL and will be displaying whatever is mentioned in the console logs. So in the URL I mentioned the Amazon's website here, and in my sample test I have actually mentioned only a print statement so that the execution doesn't take much time. So the sample test actually extends this base test. So inside the base test in the before method, we are setting up the driver, and then we are basically calling that particular method to print the console logs. However, before running the code, let's first manually open the Amazon's website and see what actually gets printed in the console. Let's open the console here. And now let's try to open amazon.in. So we can see nothing is actually getting printed in the Amazon's console. Let's change the URL to something random here so that we can actually get something in the console. So now if I open this, I can actually see that we have a get request which actually throws 404. So what we can do, we can actually use this URL to actually check out whatever is actually getting printed in the console. So I'm putting that particular URL into the constants class. And now let's try to run the code. So I'm going to the testng.xml file and let's run it. So I've given the browser name as Chrome, so it will be opening a Chrome browser here, and then it will be opening that particular URL. So as you can see that it has completed the execution. Now let's check out the console here. So here you can see that we have got the log text, which is failed to load resource. The server responded with the status of 404 that we actually found out while opening the particular URL manually as well. And we have also got the log level, which is a type of error. And we have got another log text, which is for the 500 error, and the same log level for this as well. So similarly, you can also open your application using this particular code, and you can check out if there is any error or if there is any warning which is getting displayed in the console logs. You can also validate that the correct info message is getting displayed in the console logs if there is any. So yeah, that's it from my side. I hope that you have liked the video and you have learned something from it. Please like, share and subscribe, and do let me know the feedback in the comment section. Thank you everyone.